Haroo the Croc. What did father have in the earthen pot? Where had he got it from? What did the family do with it? Read and find out. Shanto, Kanto, their younger sister Cuckoo, and mother sat on the veranda, tense and silent. It was exactly 11 o'clock at night. Moonlight gleamed upon the trees and shrubs. Father was not home yet. 11 o'clock was pretty late, especially by village standards. Father used to be the station master at Canning. The people there thought highly of him. They even held a farewell party in his honor when the news of his sudden transfer arrived. They presented him with a garland of marigolds and a box of sweets. The children had a lot of friends at Canning. It was hard luck that they had to leave behind that beautiful spot by the river and settle down in this backwater, Lakshmi Kantapur. Time dragged on as the family waited anxiously. At last, a rickshaw drew up and father arrived bearing an enormous earthen pot all tied up. The children were sure that it contained either treacle or some of those delicious sweets from Jayanagar, Mua. But father dramatically brought out from the pot a slimy, slithery creature about 12 times larger than a lizard. Everyone shouted,
"What is it, father? What is it?"
Father said,
"It's a baby crocodile, just hatched. The fishermen hauled it up while fishing in the river at Canning. They presented it to me."
Good gracious!
cried mother.
I have never in my life heard of such a strange present. Throw it away at once, or the children will be scared to death.
"Impossible.
Said father.
I'm going to tame it and set a new record. What do you say, children?"
Shanto, Kanto, and Cuckoo sided with their father immediately. Mother was clearly outvoted. The baby crocodile became a special member of the family that very night and lapped up a bowl full of milk. Then came the question of settling him for the night. This problem, too, was quickly solved. A bed was made for him by spreading a sack in a wooden crate. There was great excitement that night. No one wanted to sleep. Mother alone was angry. No one paid heed to her obvious displeasure. Cuckoo said,
"Father, shouldn't we get a mosquito net for him? What if mosquitoes bite him at night?"
Everyone burst out laughing. Shanto had read books borrowed from 3 libraries while they lived at Canning. So bursting with general knowledge, he said, "Don't you know that rhinos and crocodiles have the toughest of hides? The mosquitoes will simply break their stings if they try to bite him." Kanto brought up another problem.
"Father, crocodiles cannot live without water. The Matla River is so far, far away."
Father said,
"Never mind. We have a huge pond in our yard, don't we? Haradhan can swim as much as he wants over there."
"Who is Haradhan, father?"
cried the children.
"It's the name of the crocodile. Lost treasure. Don't you like it?"
"It's a lovely name,"
cried the children enthusiastically.
"We can call him Haru for short,"
said the children. Shanto made up a rhyme on the spot. "Haru is a crocodile, harms no one within a mile. His tummy's fat just like a loom, and his tail is just a broom." Everyone was up at the crack of dawn. Haru had a breakfast of bread and milk. It was soon obvious that he had no reservations about food. A cockroach thrown by Kanto soon disappeared within his teeth. He gobbled up fish, potatoes, tomatoes, everything with equal zeal. The entire basket of vegetables would have got empty in the course of the children's experiments to find out what Haru liked and didn't like. If mother had not appeared with the rolling pin in hand, it soon appeared that Haru really was beginning to get a little tame. He did not show his teeth quite so often. He realized what it meant to be taken care of. Father bought some nylon string, tied it firmly around Haru's waist, and threw him in the railway pond. Mother was delighted. After all, a crocodile's place was in the water. The news soon spread all over the village that Vikas Babu, the station master, had brought an enormous crocodile from the Sundarbans and kept it in the railway pond so that no one stole any fish. There was a rumor that Palan Ghosh had, with his own eyes, seen it catch a pup and dive underwater. Anglers who had sat there with fishing rods disappeared as if by magic. Village girls had often washed clothes in the pond, and buffaloes had lazed in it. But that was all over now, and that too without Haru having to show his teeth or tail. His name was enough to scare them off. Haru loved the pond. He was not so keen to come home now. Sometimes Shanto and Kanto pulled him up by tugging at the nylon string. They stroked and petted him and fed him tidbits. After a few days, Haru came out of the pond whenever anyone called his name. There was no need to pull him by the nylon string any more. Staying in the pond suited him, and he put on weight steadily. He soon learnt to cross the railway lines and come home on his own. He lay in the courtyard, sunbathing lazily. Mother resented Haru's visits even now and grumbled loudly whenever she saw him opening the door with his pointed snout and gliding inside.
They say that crocodiles are fast disappearing from the world, but just look at this specimen, filling up like the moon. Nasty, horrible creature.
Mother muttered in an angry voice.
One can understand keeping parrots and mynas as pets, but a horrible beast like a crocodile? Setting a new record indeed. Crazy. Utterly crazy.
In a few days, however, Mother herself was full of praise for Haru. Haru had done something wonderful. He had brought home a huge fish weighing 2.5 kilograms, and the family had fish for lunch. When father came home, he was quite amazed to see the lavish spread.
Every Tom, Dick and Harry has been stealing fish from our pond all these days. Now, we've also tasted it, thanks to Haru.
Haru grew bolder day by day. He soon started following father to the station. A useless weighing machine had been lying in the corner of the platform for a long time. Haru made a beeline for it and sat on it quietly. Vikas Babu was a strict station master, but he was helpless when people snuck out of the railway station without buying tickets. They used the broken railing at the eastern end of the platform to do so. One morning, as soon as the village priest alighted from the 11:45 Lakshmikantapur local and made for the broken railing, Haru came out slithering and got hold of his dhoti. The priest dropped his bundle of rice and bananas in panic and let out a wild scream. He would probably have fainted on the spot had Vikas Babu not come running up just then. Vikas Babu smiled at the priest and said,
Really, sir, how much longer are you going to travel without a ticket at your age? You'd better start buying tickets from now on and travel without fear. Haru won't attack you again if you have a ticket.
The story spread like wildfire. People whispered that Haru had come from the river Nile in Egypt. He ate anyone who did not have a ticket. Nowadays, there is always a long queue in front of the ticket counter, both mornings and evenings. Something else has happened thanks to Haru. Pickpockets have stopped loitering about on the railway platform. Stray dogs used to squabble in the station yard, but Haru's presence has scared them all off. The station is so quiet and still that one can hear the leaves fall. Vikas Babu has received 2 certificates from the head office, one for keeping the cleanest station and the other for the sudden spurt in railway income from this particular station. Vikas Babu is really pleased. Shanto has made up a new rhyme. People now buy tickets, father wins certificates, mother gets her katla, Haru has forgotten matla.